Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at Everything You Need to Know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, a credit card company has started a war on cash. But first in Washington, Janet Yellen told a congressional committee she expects forces holding down prices to fade in coming months, allowing for the Fed to stick to its plans for gradual rate increases. She also confirmed they see the American economy as healthy enough to proceed with plans to begin winding down its massive bond portfolio. But she said the official interest rate would not have to rise all that much further to reach the new neutral level, and signalled one further rise this year. In its latest Beige Book National Survey of American Business Conditions, the Fed says shortage of qualified workers has limited hiring, but there's little evidence firms are raising wages to attract them. The Fed judged economic growth was slight to moderate from late May through June. That's a bit less upbeat compared to the May report. The tight labour market, with unemployment at near a 16-year low of 4.4%, was frequently cited as a headwind by those surveyed. One reason might be that firms, and especially manufacturing firms, have or had a productivity problem. And staying in the US, credit card company Visa has started a war on cash. It has launched a new trial program where it offers mainly restaurants as much as $10,000 to upgrade equipment, provided they no longer accept banknotes or coins. Cash transactions can't be mined for fees, so the card companies are working to convince users they're dinosaurs if they accept it or pay with it. As expected, the Bank of Canada has hiked its policy rate from 0.5% to 0.75% today, its first change in over 2 years and first rise in over 7 years. It has also raised its growth forecast for the Canadian economy. In Europe, industrial production is now growing at its fastest pace since 2011, but still not back to 2007 levels. And back in New York, an appeals court has overturned a ruling to force HSBC to release a report on its progress to improve anti-money laundering procedures. The Justice Department had required improvements after accusing the bank of being the Mexican drug cartel's preferred bank. HSBC appealed to keep the progress report from being made public. In Australia, the use of blockchain has been tested successfully to provide bank guarantees for commercial leases by a consortium that includes ANZ, Westpac, IBM and Scentre Group. They now say it's only a matter of time before the technology is rolled out more broadly, disrupting other industries that rely heavily on paper-based documents, such as insurance. In New York, the US Treasury 10-year yield has slipped further for a third consecutive day and now at 2.32%. The price of oil has been stable over the past 24 hours and it's still just a bit over $45.50 a barrel, while the Brent benchmark is just over $47.50 a barrel. The price of gold is up by another $4 to $1,218 an ounce, and the Kiwi dollar has recovered some of yesterday's drop and is now up to 72.7 US cents. On the cross rates, we're at 94.6 Aussie cents and 63.6 euro cents. The TWI is at 76.5. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.